Hey YouTube, it's Falgers back with another Pokemon trading card game online video for you guys. And today I'm going to be showing off my deck that I used to get top 64 at Georgia Regionals last Saturday. The deck is basically a Shaymin EX, Seismitoad EX deck with Latios EX as a tech card and then a 2/2 line of Raichu. And then we have one Wobbuffet as well. So really we're going to be using Latios just to try and knock out any weak basic Pokemon that our opponent starts with if we go first. So we're just going to be using Fast Raid. And it says if you go first you can use attack on your first turn and it deals 40 damage and 60 with a Muscle Band. Then we're playing a 2/2 line of Raichu with Circle Circuit just to counter the colorless Rayquaza and just swing for big damage once we have enough to take our last one or two prizes. And then primarily going to be Quaking Punching the whole game, so just locking our opponent out of items. And then we play 3 Acro Bike, 2 Computer Search, 2 Crushing Hammer, 1 Enhanced Hammer. Everything else is pretty standard with the items. We're playing some supporters here that are just primarily used to counter other Seismitoad matchups or the Shaymin Trevenant matchup. So we're playing 2 Lysanders to kind of Lysander around the Trevenant and then be able to use our items again. 1 AZ, we can use it to pick up our Seismitoad if it's about to get knocked out, or we can pick up a Shaymin EX and put it down again and set up again for 6 cards. Or we can pick up anything else that's in the active spot and then promote Latios on our first turn to get the fast rate off. And then 2 Xerosics, we're using these to kind of win the mirror match, be able to discard our opponent's DCEs with Seismitoads. And 2 Headringer, also to hopefully put onto Seismitoads for our opponent. 3 Muscle Band, 4 DCE, 4 Psychic Energy, 1 Silent Lab, and 1 Frozen City. Frozen City just to force our opponent to take 2 damage if he has to attach an energy, and we're going to try and play Frozen City after we've already attached our energy, because most of our attackers only require 1 energy. And then Silent Labs just to help counter Shaymin once we've already kind of used all of our Shaymins to set up. So let's get into a match here and see how this deck stacks up. I ended up going 5-3-1 with this deck at Georgia Regionals, so it's pretty solid. We got top 64, and I'm gonna show you guys how it works right now. And our opponent's going to go first here. One thing that I like about the deck is it's really it's good if you go first with it, and good if you go second with it. So you can potentially get the donk off the first turn if you start with if you can get a Latios going, or if you go second, you can be the first one to Quaking Punch, which is really good in the mirror match, being able to stop our opponent from Quaking Punching. And just see a pass there, so not a great turn for our opponent. We'll Acro Bike, get a Pikachu, play Pikachu, Crushing Hammer, Heads, get rid of the energy, and we can just attach to Seismitoad, I guess, and we'll Quaking Punch for 30. Well, we're going to take 30 from the stadium, but I wanted to kind of keep our hand here so we can try and Crushing Hammer him again next turn and attach this DCE to Pikachu. Then we can Sycamore next turn. That's going to be big once Lysander Trump card is banned. People have to play more conservatively, so maybe I could have played the Sycamore there if I'd really wanted to, because I could just get all this stuff back with Lysander's Trump card. But it's going to be good to get into more of like conservative mindset with trump card being banned soon. And our opponent is inactive, unfortunately. Alright, well, let's get into another game here. And we'll go first this time, see if we can get the turn 1 Latios here. Alright, we're starting with Latios. Let's see. Oh, he starts with Pumpkaboo. Alright, let's see if we can get it. We just need the psychic energy and we win. This is just like so awesome just to have it where you can just win on the first turn of the game. Like when their opponent turns over, when your opponent turns over a Pokemon that has such low HP like that, it's just awesome. Alright, so we have 3 Shaymin in the deck, and we just need to get a psychic energy, and there it is. So just like that, we will win the game. Alright, so pretty good there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome just to be able to do that. I think Night March is actually going to be a pretty big deck again now that Trump Card's banned. And so that could happen pretty frequently where the Night March decks, they start with either a Pumpkaboo or a Joltik like that. And then if that's the only thing they start with, Latios could see a lot more play, I think, where you can just get the donk on them. Which is pretty cool. Get another game in here, see if we can go first again. Alright, let's see what our opponent starts with. Okay, we're going to start with a Seismitoad this game. Now if he starts with something with less than 30 HP, something with 60 HP or less, we'll go for the Latios here, but if not, then we'll probably just attach the DC and go for the Quaking Punch strategy. Yeah, it looks like he's not playing any basic Pokemon, so we will just go for the Quaking Punch strategy here. We can Ultra Ball some cards away here. We'll get rid of these two and take a Shaymin. Okay, we got 2 Shaymin in the deck. So we can Lysander the Charizard just to get rid of another card in our hand. And then play the Shaymin. And we can put the Wobbuffet down, I suppose. And we'll just put the Silent Lab out since we can't do anything else. And hopefully our opponent will not be able to like play any Shaymins or anything now. So that's good. Alright, our opponent is going to be starting to attach to the bench Charizard here. And we just see it pass. So what we can do now is we'll just attach, I guess, to this Wobbuffet. And we can, I guess we'll keep the Zerosic in case he attaches a DC. And we Quaking Punch for 60. Yeah, I think of the regionals I only attacked with Wobbuffet like once or twice the whole day. But its attack's actually not too bad. Psychic Assault here does 10 damage plus 10 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. So, you can actually deal a decent amount of damage. So we'll attach to Shaymin and then put out Frozen City and make our opponent have to take 2 damage counters when he attaches to his Charizards. And just see a pass there. Now we get a Psychic Energy. Guess we can just attach that to Wobbuffet. Now we do take damage from our own Frozen City there, which is unfortunate, but there's nothing you can really do about that. Wobbuffet's going to get knocked out like pretty easily anyway, so it's not too devastating just to take 2 more damage there. And now our opponent's Charizard will take some damage. He's slowly attaching these fire energies to it. Okay, we have some actual supporters here we can use. We can go for the Lysander, I guess, and try to take out his Charizard. Let's see if I want to do that. First, let's go for this Super Scoop Up. And we do get heads. So okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pick up the Seismitoad and promote the Shaymin. And then bench Seismitoad. Put the DCU back on it. And retreat here to this Seismitoad. And I will Zerosic off his Muscle Band. And Quaking Punch again. And now next turn I will Lysander him out, and now he won't be able to one-hit KO me with his Combustion Blast. And yeah, he's just going to concede there. Not much he could do. And that's going to be the end of this video. YouTube, thanks so much for watching, and if you guys have any comments or questions about the deck, I think I showed it off pretty well. We got the first turn Donk and Gladios, and then kind of just showed the board control that Seismitoad can really have with partner with Shaymin. And yeah, if you guys have any other questions about the deck, just post them below in the comments. If you guys want to see any other decks made, definitely leave those below, and I'll try to make decks for you guys so I can get some more videos out. Just let me know what you guys want to see, and I definitely will try to provide that for you all. Thanks so much for watching, and if you'd like to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. I've been putting out videos at a somewhat steady pace, like 2 or 3 a week if I get the chance to. And yeah, thanks again everyone, and have a nice day. Bye.